Hey everybody, Jake here. Thank you for listening. This episode is brought to you by Warby Parker, and Amir's in LA, so I'm going to do this plug all by myself. He trusts me to do it so much that he sent me a very detailed list of exactly how to plug Warby Parker. So here we go. They've got inexpensive and stylish frames and lenses starting at $95. I don't wear glasses, but Amir says that that's a really good price. All right, and we also got to look at their new fall line, which comes out September 10th, and they're actually very, very stylish. I'm thinking about getting bad vision so I can start wearing their glasses. They've got a home try-on program where they send you 5 frames for free, and you just tell them which one you like and your prescription, and they send it back to you in the mail. You can use the... Sorry. We can edit this together, right? You can use the coupon code JAKE for free expedited shipping once you do buy... Oh my God. You can use the You can use the coupon code JAKE for free expedited shipping once you do buy your glasses. And thank you guys so much for checking them out. It really means a lot to us. It really helps support the podcast. And an extra special thanks to you guys who actually bought the frames and forwarded us the receipt. You know who you are, and now the world is going to know who you are. Here are your names: Kristen L., Lizette D., Nikki R., Lydia J., Martin N., pronounced Martine, shoot, sorry, Martine N., Jordan O., Amber B., Dylan M., Brandon L., Brad S., Alex J., Michael R., and last, and certainly least, Andrew L. Thank you guys. Enjoy the show.
Oh, the earth is caving in. It's time to sink or swim. Jake and Amir for the win. Time for the podcast to begin. Roses red and violets blue. Advice I'm sending out to you. There's no telling what we'd do if you were me as I were you. If I were you. If I were you. There's no telling what we'd do if you were me as I were you.
Pretty chill.
Very chill. Almost too chill.
In fact, let's
Delete
go.
it.
Wait, why?
Start over. Start the podcast over.
No.
All right.
Fair enough.
I realize you're not the boss.
You are not the boss of me. Jesse Friesen is the guy who wrote that song.
Jesse Friesen, you are a chill dude.
We are Jake and Amir. We're very comfortable in this episode because
Yes.
we're not recording in
We
my
are
apartment.
coming to you from Amir's wet dream of a recording studio.
Just drenched in semen. That's why there's no reverb or echo.
Amir's wet dream and my nightmare. I'm in a room covered in Amir's semen.
That's why it's so beautifully soft and perfectly recorded. We're actually recording from a recording studio, if you can imagine. There are places that are built to record, not just my living room.
When he's covered it with towels.
And this one's called Rec Room Records. 2 very nice dudes let us in here, brought us to this room that's basically, like you described, my wet dream of a recording studio.
Yes.
Incredibly warm-colored, cold and comfortable, dark-ish, dim-ish, very, lots of, God, what do you call these, like, giant rectangles that are soft on the
Audio
walls?
absorption pads
Yeah,
is
absorption
what I
pads.
just invented.
Instead of just me hanging up towels on a television. And this place is so great. So thank you so much to Rec Room Records for having us. I guess for whatever reason, they decided that they'd want to let us record here whenever we want.
Yes.
So I feel like we're going to take advantage of that.
I think we're just
I think
going
we're
to come.
gonna
I
make
think
them
we live
regret
here
it.
now.
I think we are going to make them regret it.
Thanks, guys. Time to hate us.
They want us to mention their URL or their Twitter account, but I don't need to do that.
Yes, you do.
I don't need to do anything.
What
We're
are
already
you talking
recording.
about?
We're already here.
They can kick us out at any second.
Please don't.
The door comes in.
No, get off me. I'll say it. Ass. Rec Room is with a W. That's the pun. So it's WRECKROOM.TV. And it's actually a recording studio run by Adrian Grenier.
Yes, he's an
Grenier?
actor, you guys.
Yeah.
I think you've heard of him.
I don't know if you've ever heard of the Entourage, but he's on it. So thanks so much for letting us in here, guys. It sounds great. I'm so excited to hear that. Like, I don't even care if this episode is funny or not.
Yeah, at this point we're on the 20-minute mark, and you haven't even opened your email for a question. And
Oh no, I didn't bring emails.
Yeah,
this is just an audio experience more than anything else.
Yes.
They also said they'd edit this episode for us. They'll level the
Ridiculous.
audio for me.
I wonder if they'll edit out that part where you called Adrian Grenier's show Entourage.
He'll never listen to it. He's got bigger fish to fry. I mean, they make actual songs here. We basically are like kids who snuck into their daddy's recording studio
Right,
to make our little radio
half an
show.
hour in between their actual work.
Little do they know we're going to come here every day for the next year and a half to record an episode, whether they like it or not.
At a certain point, the door's going to be locked. Probably next time we try to come.
I don't care. As long as I'm on the inside when they lock it, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll die here.
I will gladly be buried here. Let them carry my carcass out. Right, so the show is If I Were You.
It's the only advice podcast on the internet, hosted by us. I'm Jake.
And I'm Amir.
And if you don't know how it works, you get into sticky situations, you email us your questions, your conundrums, your problems, and we will do our best to answer your questions, give you life advice. It might not be good, but it'll hopefully be funny. And that's pretty much it. The email that you email is ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com.
Good work.
Thanks, pal.
Jeez.
Appreciate that.
I'm not even needed, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you aren't.
Here, take my phone, read the emails.
Okay.
And, have fucking fun without me.
I will, actually. Are you expecting this to be contentious about this at some point? Do you want me to try to win you back? Because I won't.
Also, if you've never heard of if you've never listened to an episode before, usually the first 5 minutes are not just us gushing over a sweet room.
Right, because usually we're recording in hell. It's Amir's hot apartment. The AC is turned off. We're sitting on hard chairs, hunched over a table, speaking directly into mics. Right now, I'm sitting on a chair made of mahogany with leather accents, sipping from. I guess this is a rocks glass.
A glass that you would drink scotch out of, serving very clean, fresh, not room temperature, but not too cold water.
We really have to start the podcast. We really do.
No, I'm not even close to
describing the water glasses.
You started it, I think.
I know, I'm talking to myself.
All right. First question. We're gonna read these emails. These are real emails from real people, but we're giving them fake names to preserve their anonymity.
There we go.
That's right. So, first email we received this week, or at least the first one we're reading, is from someone I'll call Brandon. Brandon writes, Well, Jake and Amir finally are on a podcast. Here's my question.
Did you have a stroke at the beginning of this email?
I shouldn't have read that part. Okay, here's the real question. This girl, actually, that's the whole thing. I really should have screened these. A lot of them are just people telling us we have a podcast. We already knew that. You guys already knew that. You're listening. All right, okay, Brandon writes, this girl I've liked for a long time finally invited me on a date, so I obviously said yes. But it's to an amusement park, and all 3 times in my life that I've been to an amusement park, I've thrown up on at least one of the rides. I don't want to puke in front of her and ruin my chances, but I also don't want to seem like a pussy for not going on the rides. Help!
I love that he said at least one of the rides. So you've been to an amusement park, thrown up on a ride, gone on another ride, and thrown up again?
It's called the Boot and Rally. That's the name of the ride.
All right, I did the merry-go-round, yarfed, and now I'm going to do this loop-to-loop thing. Hope I don't spew again. Whoop, there I go, and I just did.
This teacup ride.
Can I make it a hat trick? Here we go.
3 for 3, one time.
Elevator of terror.
If you need me, I'm going to be drinking clam chowder out of a bread bowl. I very much resonate with this question because I've been to an amusement park before, and I'm very susceptible to motion sickness. And I was with a girl, and she's like, "Come on, it's not that big of a deal." And I'm like, I really will not feel good after. She's like, "Come on, just do it." I'm like, "I will do it, and I will be sick." And she's like, "All right, great, that'll mean a lot to me." I did it. I was sick. I did vomit.
You vomited? Did you vomit on the ride?
No, I didn't vomit on the ride, but it was just like, I don't understand the joy of rides that just make you dizzy. That's not fun.
It's not just what ride did you go on?
It was a ride that was basically like a horizontal Ferris wheel, but then in addition to that, your little pod is going around. So you're going around and around as you're going around and around, if that makes sense. So like it was torture. I basically felt like I was going to puke, and then it just got sped up and up and up.
Well,
I closed my eyes, and it only helped a little bit. And then
that's
for
a
the
pretty
rest of the
dangerous
night,
ride if you're susceptible to motion sickness.
Exactly.
I think there are definitely roller coasters that are not nearly as bad as that.
Right.
Where, like, Brandon could go on a roller coaster that might just do like one loop, and mostly it's just fast, or like a log flume where you just get wet. No one's gonna vomit there.
Right.
You know, there are games there.
yeah, you just go to the
Do the
amusement
water
park.
park. Do the water one.
The water. Oh,
Like if and most amusement parks have like a water thing.
right. So you're saying let's say yes to the date, go to the amusement park, and then just decide to play the games.
Try to steer it in a way that is not going to make you sick. If she's saying go in this loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop, then you got to be like, hey, let's try this one. Or
Let's do the one where I just throw a ball at milk bottles.
he still throws up somehow.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Missed all the bottles. How?
The milk landed in my throat. I
think I just don't like amusement parks.
I think I'm just allergic to the breakfast I eat every morning or some shit.
No, that's another thing. You could just not eat. Then maybe you'll at least dry heave instead of.
But it ruins it. Like once you're sick, once you're motion sick, like you're out for however long it lasts. Like,
I don't get motion sickness.
What
I don't
about
know.
seasickness? You never get seasick?
No, I got sea legs actually. I really do.
Yeah, you have very
I'm
skinny.
I'm a beast in that regard.
You're a beast in many regards. I think.
I got those skinny little sea legs. I got like 2 peg legs, basically.
You're a beast in that you have skinny legs.
I'm a beast in that regard.
Your skinny, pale, spindly little legs. That's how you're a beast.
Yeah, because I don't get motion sickness or seasickness. So I guess my pale, skinny legs make me a bit of a beast in that regard.
Yeah. Another way I'm a beast is that I read books in a car. So that's another way that I'm a beast, I guess.
I can read a magazine or a book in a car.
I can't do that. I wonder what it is. It must be a genetic thing.
Yeah, I guess my genes sort of make me a beast.
My
parents were 2 beasts, if you can believe it.
So you have good eyesight, which is another thing that's not nerdy. You don't get seasickness. I get motion sickness. Do you have any nerdy ailments? Do you have nosebleeds, ear infections? What's your nerdiest problem?
I guess when I was in high school, I had acne.
Pretty bad acne?
No.
I had one golf ball size zit once, and it popped.
I think my skinny legs are a nerdy ailment. I'm trying to play them up right now, but they don't make me cool.
But skinny jeans are kind of cool. You can be cool,
I guess.
But you don't have anything. I guess what else would be nerdy about you? Oh, it's not really an ailment, but you're really into Lord of the Rings.
That's true. I love Lord of the Rings.
That's
shamelessly.
a nerdy thing, but it's not really a genetic.
What's nerdy about Aragorn, huh? Fucking an elf.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything nerdy about that.
I guess I do.
Yeah, well, Aragorn boned Arwen, and I think that's pretty pimp, actually.
He had great eyesight. So what would you tell? I would tell this guy, I don't know. I mean, I feel his pain. I don't know. Does he say yes and then embarrass himself at the place?
I mean, I feel like you're the one that's way more qualified to answer this question because
I guess
don't
I
get
would
motion
say
sickness.
I would say yes and then go on the rides that are non-dizzying. Because I'm afraid of roller coasters in general. That's a whole different set of problems that I have.
Yeah, you're afraid of roller coasters?
I will not.
You loser.
What, you'll do any roller coaster?
Yeah.
There's no roller coaster that would be too scary for you.
No.
What about the one at the top of the Stratosphere, which is like the largest building in Vegas, and it's just like this log that like dips over the edge and then you go backwards over the edge?
I can imagine being nervous, but I wouldn't not do it.
You would not do it. What about like a giant 700-foot drop?
Yeah, that's
It just
fine.
lifts you up and drops you.
Right, fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'm the asshole.
I guess you are, pal.
Yeah.
You can always go on the date and then day of be like, hey, I'm actually I feel kind of sick. I really want to be here with you, but I might not ride all the rides. I had a really late night last night. That makes you sort of cool. Even though I knew we had this date, I got fucked up yesterday.
I'm also scared as shit of drops and loops or whatever. So I say go for it, suck it up, and don't do the dizzy rides. You're saying not even suck it up.
Don't do the dizzy rides.
You're
How
saying
do you suck it up and not do something? All right, suck it up, man up. Don't have to do the rides you're afraid of. All right, you be a man, do it. Woo! Don't do the rides that you don't want to go on. Here we go. That's it.
Just man up and don't do the scary ones, buddy. Man up and tell that girl, hey, if it's a pretty big drop, say you're too scaredy to do it. And she has to respect that.
She'll French you.
She'll have to. She'll have to respect the honesty. Oh, God. I'm a nerd and a loser for that. That question didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be. I guess it's better than me advocating
just going on around and puking.
Destroying a humane society.
Oh, yeah, that was the other one. Oh, by the way, you guys, I mean, by this point, the Humane Society episode aired 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
But I learned more about what humane societies do.
And they don't just rescue birds and squirrels.
No, they're involved in like animal cruelty in general. Like there's like a wildfire.
Yeah.
Like a lot of injured animals. Like the Humane Society steps in.
Crazier than that, my statement about whether or not they're a drain on society still stands. Now that I know
you
that.
Dick, you absolute asshole.
All right.
Second question.
Second question. Number 2. Let's do this. This one comes from Steve Sanders.
Hi, Steve.
Steve Sanders writes, I got 99 problems, and they're all bitches. It's a funny way to start the email.
It's a Kid Cudi lyric.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. I take back my laughter.
Got 99 problems, and they all bitches.
That's funny. He's a funny rapper, I think, then. All right, Steve Sanders writes, there's 2 girls that work at the gym I go to. Let's call girl A Abby and girl B Brittany. I want to ask out Brittany, but I think Abby likes me. I've tried talking to both of them before, but I feel awkward trying to ask out Brittany in front of Abby. How should I ask out Brittany? Should I wait and hope that I see Brittany when Abby isn't working? Should I go for it and ask Brittany anyway? Should I flirt with Abby, making Brittany a little jealous before I make the move on her? Or should I throw a Hail Mary and try to get a threesome? Sincerely, Steve Sanders.
And thank you, Steve, for giving us a multiple choice answer.
It's like the SATs of podcasts over here.
Hey, pals, I don't trust you to give advice, so I'm going to give you the 4 options.
Would you say those are his 4 options?
I don't know. Part of me wants to make fun of him for being like such a douchebag. It's like, oh, which girls? Like 2 girls at the gym. I could have either one. Which one do I do? How do I play this? But I think I've also been there and been him.
This seems like a problem you've had where you have a crush on a girl, but her friend has a crush on you. So you're like, uh-oh, this one girl is sort of blocking my cock.
Right. I would hate to have my cock blocked.
Yeah, at the very least, my cock needs to be rocked.
Yes,
Not
I'm
blocked.
shocked. I'm shocked that my cock hasn't been rocked. It's been cock blocked.
If you can believe that.
This is exactly the opposite of what I expected.
Exactly.
I guess like those are all pretty viable ways to play it, aside from the obvious joke, which is the Hail Mary threesome. Right. No.
So we can eliminate D.
Eliminate D.
This is like how you would take the SATs. You sort of eliminate your answer choices and make the best guess.
I think the other 3 are all viable options depending on the moment. I guess I wouldn't do option
C, which is flirt with Abby and making Brittany jealous.
No, I would do that.
You would do that.
I would do that.
You would flirt with a girl that likes you.
I would flirt with a girl that liked me in order to make somebody else jealous, but also because I like flirting, and like a flirtation would probably be mutually enjoyable for Steve and Abby.
Oh, I see. So
that's like a fun thing, and it's got these added benefits of
making Brittany
a little jealous.
So how do you flirt with one girl and then ask out another?
Sorry, I want to go back to the fact that you vomit on roller coasters real quick. So you were the authority on motion sickness at the amusement park, and then when there was 2 hot girls at a gym question, you deferred to me, right? Is that what happened?
We've never done a recap.
Everybody that's listening in your car right now or at work, turn it up a little bit. Let's hear Amir admit
that he's a fucking grade A loser. No, this is good. I want everyone to know.
I'm happy we're finally having this
Mom,
conversation.
actually turn it up this time. I know I ask you to turn it down always, but I really think this is an intervention.
Stop washing the dish.
Mom, I touched the net.
Mom, I washed the dish.
This is the best dish of my life.
I think the only thing I wouldn't do is ask out Brittany right in front of Abby. I feel like that's like it's a little rude.
It's a D move.
Yeah, it's mean.
It's a mean move.
Right.
But what if Brittany says no? Then do you move on to Abby, or like you only got one shot? Do not miss your chance to blow.
I guess I don't know. It depends how close Abby and Brittany are, but I think you could probably ask Brittany out, be rejected, and if you're still interested in Abby, like you still want to have a date, then yeah, you could totally do that.
Have you ever been in the situation, asked out Brittany, and she's like, "I can't." Abby really has a crush on you, and then you're like, "Wait a minute, that doesn't mean that you can't date me just because your friend likes me."
Yes, I've been in that situation.
And do the ladies usually side with their friend or side with you?
I don't know. When there's sort of like a dramatic situation like that, it's everybody sort of like
on edge.
Feeds into the drama because it's like sort of exciting.
Right.
So like if a friend likes me, I've definitely used that to like get with a prettier friend where they're like, oh no, so and so likes you, like
right.
like yeah, I know, and I don't want to hurt her. Maybe we shouldn't even tell her that we're talking. And then like you
so
shit,
you make
Mom, turn it back down.
So you turn it into like a game to excite the lady that you're
right,
trying
yeah.
to court. and it usually works.
I think I
If
would
you have
say
a crush on a girl, would you prefer that her friend has a crush on you?
yes.
Oh, so that's better.
Yeah, because like a girl has a crush on you, then like to her friends, you're like, oh, this is a desirable guy. Like I show up somewhere where like some girl is like presumably been like, oh, Jake's gonna come, he's really cute, I really like him, and then I come and somebody's looking at me through the lens of Jake's a cute guy, I'm supposed to like him, and then
Right.
suddenly they like me. What's up?
All right.
I'm sorry, mama.
All right. So your advice is to
Was it? I think it was either A. What was A? What was option A?
wait and hope that I see Brittany when Abby isn't working.
Yeah, A or C.
So you flirt with Abby and then make Brittany a little jealous, and then when Abby's not there, ask out Brittany.
I think that's the move.
That's the move, and you know what? I totally agree, for sure. I really do.
Have
I
you
really
ever
think
been in a
that's the move.
situation where two girls liked you?
Not two girls.
Not even
at-
two friends, just two girls at the same time, dude.
And your mom definitely counts as one. Have you ever had your mom and a girl like you at the same goddamn time? No, of course you haven't. And I know that because you haven't shut up about
Here
it.
he goes, he's vomiting. He's rocking back and forth in his chair a little too much, and now he's puking.
I would never feel motion sick in this room. This is my safe space.
Amir's in his happy place.
This is such a solid, safe basement.
Are we in like the half-hour area right now?
We are at around the 20-minute mark.
How sad are you for this episode to be over?
This is going to be our first 4-hour episode, actually. The guys who are helping us out have to go to dinner. They're just going to leave and come back. Brian and Michael are their names.
Brian, Michael, thank you.
At Rec Room. Recroom.tv or Twitter at Rec Room. Check them out.
Please check him out.
Should we move on to question number Trey?
Right, support them, and maybe we can come back into the studio more.
Yeah, maybe they'll
regularly.
let us back in. I am shitting myself, so I feel like that's going to be a huge no-no. That
Right, but you shit yourself when you walked in, too.
Yeah, so they
I
sort of
can't
knew what
believe
they
how
were
much you
getting
have
at.
in you at any given time.
It's really impressive.
In
almost.
you, out of you, on its way out of you.
Like I know you don't eat this much food.
It's like a
so I don't
drippy
know.
faucet.
Oh God,
Sorry.
it's like a burrito. All right, question number 3. This one comes from David Silver.
David Silver, 3 guys in a row. We gotta.
Yeah, I think the next one is going to be a lady.
All right, cool. Ladies, please email us more.
Yeah.
We're tired of choosing guy questions.
Or
It's
at least-
not anything against y'all. It's just that our volume is primarily dudes.
Right. Or at least ask questions that make you so dumb sounding that we can make fun of you. All the female
That's a
questions are very
problem.
logical and smart, and we're like, yeah, I know, I guess we can answer this, but where's the fun? All right, here we go. Love the show, brings me loads of happiness to my workplace, writes David. You know what else would bring me happiness? If I had a good way to ask my girlfriend to swallow. She'll usually combat it with, would you want to taste it? And hey, I don't. But I think it'd be kind of hot to try. Also, if you can get behind that, let's talk about getting behind my girlfriend. Do you two push for anal sex or ask for it? It's something that I think could be fun to try, but working it into a conversation doesn't revolve around an argument that appears to be blacker than the cherry I'm trying to pop. Thanks.
I love this guy.
David.
It reads like amateur stand-up almost.
Now, do you get how many couples
There's an
do we have
argument you
here?
can get behind. Speaking of getting behind,
Yeah, you were speaking of getting behind. Don't throw us into this, ass.
oh man,
So he wants his girlfriend to swallow his semen, and then also for him to be able to
have anal sex.
anal. So he just wants
Welcome
to be a
to
little.
every guy's. This is every guy's problem.
Why is that? This is the dirtiest thing we've talked about, but why is it good? Why is it hot or attractive for a woman to swallow?
I don't.
Because it's the same for you.
Right, I
You're
still came into a
ejaculating.
mouth.
But then what do you care if she
Well, sometimes a
swallows?
girl will like, if you say I'm coming, she'll like move her head away.
Right.
And like that's. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a pig, but that's the worst. That's worse than genocide, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more, actually, if you can believe that.
And then, but I guess like having it in your mouth and spitting it out. That I personally think that's fine. If I don't know why he wants her to
do
swallow.
Okay.
But
So
just,
let's-
it's her argument. Would you want to taste it? Maybe she doesn't even want it in her mouth.
Right. Well, it's true. I mean, but at the same time, girls do stuff to guys and guys do stuff to girls that they wouldn't necessarily want to do. That's sort of like, if
What
you,
what did guys do to girls they wouldn't necessarily want to do?
like for example, oral sex on a lady.
You don't
maybe
think
a
that's
lady,
something- you don't
maybe a
think-
lady wouldn't want to do that to another lady.
Right, but
What guy doesn't want to go down on a girl?
No, but he's like, would you want to taste it? And then it's like, no, I don't want to taste it, but maybe girls want to taste it.
Oh, right. I see.
So it's
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
yeah, some stuff
I thought you were
turns
saying you
guys
didn't
on.
like oral sex.
No, some stuff turns guys on that girls didn't want to do.
So you like oral sex?
Totally. Are you kidding me? Roll sex and roller coasters.
I really just want you to talk about sex on the podcast. I know you have it. I know you have sex. But somehow I'm always the one that talks about sex.
And it's weird
I'm
because
gonna
your
shut
family
up.
listens to the show more
And
than
you're-
my
yeah.
family does.
Tell you what, pal. I'm gonna sit this one out.
This room suddenly got much more uncomfortable. All right, anal sex. Here's something I could talk about comfortably. Never had it, not interested in it. The
Oh
end.
my God! Come on, gotta jump in here.
It doesn't appeal to me, anal sex.
Nothing. You were never even curious.
No. I just assume it feels like a tighter vagina. But it's, you know what it is? It's too dirty for me because that's where poop comes out of.
All right. I mean, poop doesn't just. It's not like it's not like your butt where poop's always coming out of.
Well, I
it's
mean-
not always coated with feces.
Yeah, the inside is probably always coated with feces.
I don't think poop
Yeah,
works
imagine
like that.
shitting. Imagine shitting through a tube. Then you wipe the outside of the tube. What do you think's on the inside of the tube?
I don't.
I think there's shit on the inside, unless you're getting a freaking colostomy.
And maybe there is a little bit, but you wash it off. You have shit on your butt when you wipe.
Unless you use a bidet so strong, the water goes up into your rectum, there's going to be shit on the inside of your
Poop's
pipes.
part of our life. Like you probably, if a girl was on her period, you wouldn't want to have sex with her, right?
I guess that's more appealing to me than
Poop. Blood is better than poop.
blood. I've always said that. Seize the cheese. Blood is better than poop.
Just our average listener age is around 8 to 9 years old.
Oh, God. Mortified.
I think I can understand your girl where she's coming from about not wanting to have anal sex because I'd heard that can be painful.
Yeah, it's a square peg into a round hole.
There are there are definitely Jesus. There are like things you can read and helpful tips for making anal sex less painful. But I think having anal sex is something you should not pressure your girlfriend into because the more you push for it, the less she's going to want to do it. I think what you got to do is it's in her mind. Just this is something that I really
Now
want.
put it in her butt.
It's in her mind now. Put it in her butt. If she knows you want it, say oh, this is all I want for my birthday. This is all I want for Christmas.
That's so sad
Even
to
if
ask
it's
for anal
even
for
if
your
it's
birthday.
joking. I remember I used to. There was a girlfriend far in my past that I would do. I made these jokes all the time, but
Right.
it was
A
playful
joke
and
that-
funny. But everybody knows that's
Right.
there's a deep seated truth there.
Yeah.
And then, when it's when it happens, they feel in the mood. They're it's in their mind, even though they think they don't want to, then something's happening and they
Well,
change their mind a little bit
Yeah.
and they're down to try. I think it's a slow play.
It's a slow play. Or you can find someone who specifically likes anal sex. That way you don't have to
But
convince
he doesn't even know
anyone.
that he likes anal sex. He just wants to try it.
Yeah, that's true. Have you tried using another human's butthole just to see what it feels like? Perhaps another guy's
Tell your girlfriend you're going to
butthole?
go visit a male prostitute just so you can experience anal. Say it's nothing against you. I respect your decision. I
just
do want my
really-
penis in a butt, so I'm going to go on that adventure, and I will come back to you, a changed man, all for the worse.
100% worse. Nothing about me will be better than that. Oh, God. Oh, I hope we can help. I know I feel uncomfortable. This guy, all he wants is a girl to swallow his load and to F her in the butt. Is that
Christ.
too much to ask? That's
I
a
think
birthday
it actually
gift.
might be. I think it's too much to ask for you want to fuck your girlfriend in the ass and then make her swallow your cum. You
want-
debaucherous, filthy jerk. You watch too much porn.
She's gonna get sick. I know it. I know vomit. That's gonna make her vomit. That's my wheelhouse. Have I talked about how comfortable I am right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. This would be the time that we do a little breaky break. But
I'm so relaxed in this room. I don't even
Yeah.
freaking need it. Let's take our break and just plug Rec Room
yeah, one more
TV
time.
one more time. You guys, please at least visit the site. At least visit the site because we're so happy to be here.
Yeah. I feel like if you could visit two sites right now, it would be recroom.tv and warbyparker.com.
Or no, seizethecheese.com for the next week is going to forward to recroom.tv.
We could do that.
How's that?
We could do
How's
that.
that? Go to seizethecheese.com. You're going to go to recroom.tv. All right? I don't know how domain forwarding works, but
No, you
I'll tell
don't.
you what,
Yeah.
my nerdy little partner who's never had anal sex and pukes on a fucking merry-go-round.
I feel like
he's
he can
gonna do
figure it out.
Tell
I
you
really
what, he
think that.
really
Yeah,
is.
I feel like he can figure that
you
shit
went on
out.
the spitty little teacups and you almost puked. Well, I nutted in a girl's face last week, all right? So I think you know how to forward a domain.
I'm being bullied.
Adrian Grenier,
Help me, sir.
get me out of this room.
Please. I assure you I know how to pronounce entourage. That was a joke. Oh, he's beating me up.
I know how to pronounce Grenier, too.
Holy shish kebabs. Now we're having fun.
Finally.
It's about frickin' time.
It took coming to Rec Room.
All right.
Final question?
Yeah, maybe two more.
You really want this to be the hour-long podcast.
I don't want to go anywhere.
I
We're
got
only at the
places to
25-minute
be.
mark. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
And this is a lady question.
Dope. Let's do it.
All right, this one comes from Brenda Walsh, Brandon's twin sister. Hi, I'm currently, but not at this precise moment, sleeping with a friend. I don't want a relationship with him, but want it to keep it purely sexual. I don't want a relationship with him, but I want to keep it purely sexual. I think he is on the same page, but I don't want to feel like a booty call. It seems like we each kind of text each other when we're in the mood, but he always comes to my place. He still lives with his folks. Does this mean I'm his booty call? I feel like we have an unspoken agreement as to what we are doing, and I would rather it be a mutual booty call than me feeling like it's one-sided. Or am I just overthinking this? All the best, Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda. You nailed it.
You're overthinking it?
When you said, am I overthinking it, that was the answer to your question.
What is this mutual booty call versus one-sided booty call? What's the difference?
I don't even understand. It was so convoluted.
But the situation is very simple and fun, it sounds like.
Right. She's like, I don't want anything more, but I don't want to be like just some sex object to him. What are you talking about? You said one thing and then another. They conflict each other.
Ma'am.
I'm sorry, Brenda, but you're a hypocrite, I think.
And you don't deserve a booty call, mutual or one-sided, actually.
I think I guess it's easy to feel insecure when you're in that situation where you're like,
Is he just using me?
especially if that's the way she feels about him. It seems like that's what she thinks. She's like, oh, I'm just using this guy. Wait a second, is he using me?
But if you're both using each other, how long can that last before things get sticky?
Who
Have you ever
knows?
had like a mutually no strings attached relationship where nobody ever got emotionally attached and then it just faded off and ended?
I think so.
Or does it always result in one person wanting more?
I guess anytime I've had like a discussion like this is a friendship with benefits, okay?
Right.
This is you're a booty call. It's turned into a relationship of some kind.
Right.
I think you can't have regular sex with somebody without getting your feelings involved. Sex is such an intimate act.
But
that if
you can.
No, if I was having sex with one person a lot, I would start to care about them.
Or you would be like, we should end this.
Right. So my trick is to just have sex with as many people as I can a lot.
That
So
way
different
you're not-
people all the time.
You're not getting that deep into like number
I don't
2,
care
3,
about
4,
anybody.
5.
Yeah, I care about nobody. Hey, least of all myself. Because, who's going to love a monster?
That's right. Kids are afraid of me. Other monsters fear me. And frankly, my parents don't respect me.
But most of all, I'm afraid of myself.
How's that fun? Oh, wait, it's not.
I go out with people late in the night to not feel lonely, but newsflash, I feel lonely all the time.
Holy shit, I'm on a crowded subway and guess who I'm around? Absolutely no one. Might as well be empty. That's how I feel all the time.
I have sex just to feel, but I don't feel anything.
Ever.
I'm a robot that's pumping, coming, felt good for a second, crippling loneliness. Here I am.
I sacrifice 99.99% of my day to feel happy for 0.001%, and guess what? It doesn't last.
I got 99 problems and they all bitches.
Oh, God. That was very honest of you.
Too honest.
Thank you so much. I feel like this chair is leading you to a more honest path.
Yeah, this is like, this chair
therapy.
is just, it really is. It's fucking therapy. Don't air this episode.
Sir, over there recording this in a very nice software that we can't afford, please delete the source file.
Here's what we're gonna do: press spacebar because I think that halts something.
I don't know.
What?
We use GarageBand. What are you using? Pro Tool? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, delete it.
Can I play this axe? There's a Fender Strat hanging over here.
I'd love to shred it, especially if it's Adrian's.
What is the question? She's overthinking it. Yeah, you're a booty call. He's a booty call. If you don't want anything more from him, then don't expect to be anything more to him.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
If you don't expect anything more from him.
If you don't want any more, wait, I forget what I said already.
Well, we lost it. It's good that we were recording.
It was like a butterfly sitting on my hand for a second.
And it's gone, baby, gone.
Forever.
Actually, the recording cut out right at that point, too.
No!
No! Somebody made a supercut of us yelling no.
Yeah, we didn't even know how often we say it.
Perhaps it's online by the time this episode airs.
I think so.
All right. One last question.
Uno mas.
Uno mas. This one is from, God, who's another guy? Mr. Walsh, Brandon's father. James Eckhouse is the actor's name. I've been going
How
out.
do you know that?
I've been going out with this girl for 7 years, and I want to propose on our anniversary in 2 weeks. But it's a big thing. I'd have to spend the rest of my life with her, and she's really obsessed with Doctor Who, Oasis, The Stones, Ramones, and a bunch of other bullshit. She's loved them since she was a kid, but it's getting old. Should I just get the fuck over it and marry her fine ass? Or should I wait and see if it annoys me too much before I make this huge step? Thanks, guys.
You've already been with her for 7 years.
Is he? Well, what do you expect?
7 whole years. He's like, it's a huge thing. I'll have to be with her for the rest of my life. You just lost 7 years, buddy.
You're already like, yeah,
It's too
very
late.
deep.
What do? Break up with her and start new?
Hopefully it stops annoying me at year 17, and then I can pop the old cue.
It's so small too. Like, like 2 bands at a show that she likes.
Can you imagine
I don't
liking
know.
2 bands?
Should I just marry her fine ass?
But here's the thing. She likes 2 of the most respected bands in music history and a pretty awesome show. I don't know. Maybe I can just settle
I don't
for
think
it.
she should marry you.
I don't like any bands or any show.
Actually, it sounds like she's my dream girl.
she's obsessed with shit. But it's getting old. I guess if you think it's getting old, I don't want to like advise him not to marry this girl, but
Yeah.
he's being very cavalier about this proposal.
Right, yeah, this is marriage, dude. And should I just get over it and marry her fine ass?
You shouldn't say marry and fine ass in the same question.
Right.
Fine ass is not for marriage.
I don't think you should be writing into an advice podcast about whether or not you should propose.
Yeah.
That seems really heavy. That's some really heavy shit, actually.
We're sort of answering questions
Question
about
number
vomit and
one was,
poop.
going to an amusement park with someone. That was a first date. Now we're talking about the 7-year anniversary.
And whether or not you should pop. What if he's actually looking for us?
My advice to you is, for the love of God, ask somebody else that you respect.
Or like that knows more about the situation.
Sure, ask your dad.
Like if this is a dream girl and the one downside is that she's obsessed with Doctor Who, hey, go for it. That's as best as you're going to get.
Yeah, I bet she won't even be into all this stuff a couple years down the line.
Well, it has been 7 years and she's still very
Think about the
into it.
things that happen when you get married. Like, you have to get a house, pay a mortgage, maybe raise a kid.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
don't
I
have
don't-
time for the Stones.
I don't think my mom was obsessed with anything when I was growing up, aside from just raising 6 children.
You know what she was obsessed with is making me a goddamn lunch. That's what she was obsessed with.
Yo, Laura, you're like obsessed with feeding the kids.
That's what you were telling her at
That's
age
what my dad
7.
was saying. Like, I'm happy I married your fine ass, but you're like, you're so all about getting them to school, sports practice. It's like,
And shit.
it's getting old.
If you need me, I'm going to be listening to the Stones, watching Doctor Who.
My dad is the biggest Oasis fan there is.
He's obsessed with Oasis. I can't believe your mom married his fine ass. So our advice to you is to go somewhere else for advice. This is our first time we've actually urged this person not to seek our guidance.
Yeah, seek
But
some guidance somewhere else.
Although he did help us out. He made it to the show. And we got like a little funny question out of it.
Yeah, I guess we appreciate you
Yeah.
ultimately.
So ultimately, please do what you do. But at this point, start
Yo, do
asking more
you.
people.
I would say yo, do you in this situation.
All right, now we are definitely out of time. This was such a fun, great place and episode to shoot this podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Rec Room. Thank you guys so much.
for listening. If you guys can still go on iTunes and subscribe to the show there, it really helps us out. And you can also listen to the show at ifiwereyoushow.com, or I guess not this week seesthecheese.com, because we're going to forward it to the recroom.tv.
Recroom.tv.
But
That's
otherwise, we are usually over there as well. Anything else you want to mention?
Let's not overload them this time.
Yeah.
That's plenty. If you guys are at your computer, I feel like you've opened up 3 different tabs at this point. And we appreciate it. I feel like you are launching iTunes right now to write a positive review and subscribe, so we appreciate that as well.
You're checking out Warby Parker, you're
right.
checking out Rec Room, and you're checking out us. I feel like we've asked you for more than enough, actually.
Yeah, shit.
And what, we provided you with what? 25 minutes of jokes? That's not fair. We owe you more, actually, and you have absolutely every right to be mad at us. We apologize.
40 more minutes. Here we go.
We're still accepting theme song submissions. This has turned into a thing that we're just never going to end.
Hopefully.
This last one comes from Alex Moses. And if you think you got one that's even better or as good as or slightly worse than his, we'd love to hear it. That email one more time is ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. We love you all. Bye.